Hey there everybody, it's Maggie from Moon Directed. At this channel we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most productive way possible. I'm laughing because this is not the first one I tried. The second one I tried, as soon as I started, like everything fell down. So, welcome to my world. Okay, so I have oral surgery coming up and I do not have time to do individual videos, but I did not want to miss out on the second half of the full moon in Libra sandwich. So I'm going to just go ahead and timestamp these for everybody. It happens on Friday morning at 7:12 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the United States at 29 degrees and 7 minutes of Libra. And so we had another one back in March at like 0 degrees of Libra, and it's rare. It's rare to have two full moons in the same sign, but it's not considered a blue moon. A blue moon is two full moons within the same calendar month. So if they had both happened in April, so say we'd had it on April 1st and then again on April 29th, then it would be a blue moon and a full moon sandwich. Okay, full moon sandwich is totally my term. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to pull a card for the general energy for Aries, and then I have three other cards here. We'll go through, we'll see what we get from Spirit. You know, Spirit likes to be chatty, so let's just see what we get, and let's get started. So, we have the Chariot for Aries, the Chariot. So, this full moon is about, it's time to move on. Ooh, this is the full moon right here, the duck moon. Full moon, okay. So, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. It's time to move on in a balanced way. Like things will be moving forward and you're going to be dodging and weaving and holding. It's like bumpy terrain and you've got the hand. You're going to have to drive the chariot. Don't let the chariot drive you. Don't let the chariot drive you. I don't know why I said that. Stuff just comes to me. All right, so let's see what we get from the Moonology cards regarding this full moon. Let's see what we get for Aries. For Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising. They're driving this chariot. This full moon is in their 7th house of partnerships. So that would be maybe the relationship, you know, you're both maybe going in two different directions. It could be a business partnership, but maybe it's like trying to hold it together while you both have your own stuff going on and you're moving in two different directions, and it's going to require really paying attention in order to keep the thing from driving off the road. And you have, ooh, you have prosperity lies ahead, and it says new moon in Taurus. And so that's like in 2 weeks. So generally I don't think of these as time things, but I did just then. So, you know, 2 weeks from now, maybe you're hurtling forward on this chariot, finishing up one cycle, and with that new moon, it doesn't mean that the prosperity comes in then. I feel like this is the end of a cycle. And then when that next new moon comes, make sure you do your new moon intentions for what do you want to bring in that will be prosperity in your life. Because Spirit's got your back, right? Spirit's got your back. Yes, manifesting dreams. My dreams are coming true. So yes, Spirit is telling you, you have ended a cycle. Keep your hands on the wheel. Keep driving forward. Keep things balanced. Things are maybe even picking up speed. And so, especially with all the Mercury finally moving into Aries, that will definitely make it feel like the speed is picked up, because that happens on Wednesday. And so then 2 days later, we have this full moon. And so, yes, I feel like things will be picking up speed. And the sun moves into Taurus on Saturday, and Venus is moving into Aries on Saturday, and just lots of things are happening. So lots of opportunity here to really get things moving. It's okay. Spirit really wants you to think about your finances and what you want to create in a very, you know, prosperous manner. Because it says here, $1 million is a lot only when you don't have it. With 10 million, 1 million can practically be overlooked and is therefore much less intimidating. Pretend that you have $10 million. And then it says, to the bank, the universe. So yes, it's about money. It's about money. So you're ending some kind of a financial cycle and you're moving into a new one, and it's a much better one. So keep your hands on the wheel. Or or the reins, you know. And when you're so when you're driving horses, things that I know. Okay, so when you're driving horses, you don't want to hang on them really tight. You want to leave some play in there so the horses also can try to regain their control. If too much control, and you're going to wreck. So keep you know, try to keep things in balance, but don't be tight on the reins, right? Don't saw at the mouth on the horse and make the horse upset. So loose but in control. All right, let's go on. Let's see what we got going on for Taurus. Wow, Aries, nice way to start. Thank you so much. Okay, so Taurus. Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. So this full moon is happening at 7:12 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the United States in your 6th house of balance between day-to-day, things like home life, scheduling, health routines. So you're concluding a cycle with this full moon sandwich. It's also, Libra is all about finding the balance in life for everybody, but for you, where it falls in your chart too. So finding the balance. Let's just see what Spirit has to say. I'm not going to take the time to try to get into everybody's energy between readings because I'm a little limited on time this week because I have that surgery coming up. So, but I didn't want to miss the full moon in Libra Samrit. I'm excited that we had these 2 full moons in the same sign. It's very interesting. It's the long, slow letting go. I think it might be for you the long, slow letting go of something that was making your day-to-day work life seem out of balance because you guys have had some of that going on. Wow, that was fast. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my gosh. Okay, so just like Aries, you have the Chariot. So with the Chariot, you definitely want to be maintaining balance by hanging on to the reins not too tightly, having control. You have things going in 2 different directions. So for you, that could be work's heading in one way, life, romance, family the other direction. And so how do you keep these 2 things so that they're running together, not off in opposite directions and splitting up the whole situation and spilling the Chariot, right? And you also have the High Priestess. And so use your intuition. And Taurus, you have great intuition. So use your intuition, tap into that 3rd eye and figure out how can you navigate. So you might be navigating in the dark. I am so sorry that my phone is ringing. It's going to go to voicemail. I usually turn it off. I totally forgot. All right, so let's see what we get here. It's so distracting. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, maintaining balance, work life, could be a health thing. So, you know, maybe work's got you so busy that you are not taking the time to work out regularly and keep your health under control. All right, what do we have here? We have take time to breathe out. Okay, you know, it's so funny because I was just like feeling all this pressure and I went, and then I picked up the card. So like that, when that pressure's building up, go, and let it out. It helps you let out the tension. I have a feeling there's a lot of attention, not attention, but tension involved in this situation. It feels really tight here for me right now. Like there's stuff you want to say and you're trying not to. So you have bring love into the situation and work through your fears. So there's a situation that you definitely need to speak up about, handle, something that will help bring everything back into balance. You know what it is. Follow your intuition. You'll know when the time is right to say something. But I think that for you, oh my gosh. So you're afraid of what's going to happen. You're afraid of the fallout. So when you have this conversation, when you go in there and you deal with this situation, choose your words ahead of time. Go in there knowing what is the point you want to make, And how do you want to make it? What words do you want to use? And use your intuition ahead of time and think through, like, okay, when I say this, how are they going to respond? When they respond like that or react, how am I going to respond to their reaction or response? You know, so kind of like role play it ahead of time so that you're ready to go, so that when you go in to have that conversation, you can do it. But honestly, the problem is that with all this tension, there's something you need to clear the air about. You do, to get everything under control. So maybe it's a conversation with your doctor. Maybe it's a conversation with work, like you need to work less hours. Maybe it's a conversation with your family. Hey, look, it's really getting busy at work, and I know that we had these plans, but you know, by the way, happy birthday, Taurus. So you have all these things going on, and they're like, well, we want to spend time with you or whatever. So here's what's really important: using your intuition and everything, but it says following your bliss. And I swear you had this very recently in one of the readings I just did. Follow your bliss. So what is in your heart? That's what you should be listening to. Where should you be putting your effort? Follow your bliss. What actually makes you happy? And I know everybody thinks Taurus is like, oh, they like making money. That's what makes them happy. Okay, so you guys do work hard, but the reason you're working hard, is it because you need the money or because you like the security? So, is it emotional security that you're seeking? Is it a sense of self-worth, self-esteem, self-value? Because you rule that house. And so, what is it that makes you feel good about you? That's following your bliss. So, pay attention to that, okay? All right, let's see what we get here. Ever notice when someone dreams of happiness, abundance, health, romance, or friendship, they never have to wonder if it is in their best interest? I am so sorry. It's a solicitor of all things. Okay. Dreams of happiness, abundance, health, romance, or friendship, they never have to wonder if it is in their best interest. But when someone dreams of a specific house, employer, love interest, deadline, dollar amount, or diet fad, they often end up contradicting themselves. Keep your end results general, and everything else is just a how. And so what this is trying to say to you is, following your heart, listening to your intuition, you kind of know what you want, you know what will make you feel right, but you don't need a whole detailed plan. You just kind of have to go with the flow, keeping the chariot balanced, listening to your intuition, figuring out where it is you're going. And so that's where that is. And I'm really sorry about the phone. I should probably turn it off. I should probably do that. So I'm going to do that right now before I start Gemini's reading. So thank you, Taurus. Looks good, and we'll talk soon. Okay. Hey there, Gemini. Sorry for the little disappearing act, but my phone was ringing off the hook literally twice during the Taurus reading. I don't know how to edit my videos. And I don't want to have to start over because once I pulled the cards, I hate doing that. So, we're just going to keep going, right? Ooh, all right, so for you, this full moon, the finishing up of the full moon in Libra sandwich is happening for you in your 5th house. It's your 5th house of fun and romance, creativity, children. Yeah. All right, so it happens on Friday at 7:12 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the United States. And you have a progression. You have the 3 of Pentacles into the 4 of Pentacles. So the 3 of Pentacles is about growth and creating something, and the 4 of Pentacles is about stability. Now, sometimes you will see some people say, oh, well, the 4 of Pentacles is about being stingy and keeping stuff to yourself and not sharing. I think of it as a progression. I mean, if you're building something, going from 3 to 4 is creating stability. Don't be so tight-fisted that you don't allow yourself to have fun, to be creative. You know, when you hold on too tightly, you stop the flow of abundance, right? So, like, when we want the universe to open up and give us, we give away. So, if you're feeling like growth is happening and then all of a sudden stability comes in and then it feels stagnant, that is a really good opportunity at that point. Like, if it's not continuing to grow and things become stagnant and you start to feel fear of, oh my gosh, it's not going anywhere, I don't have enough, then you need to give to the universe some energy, like the energy you want to receive. So, maybe put an extra 20 in the plate on Sunday. Maybe you see the Girl Scout coming and you're like, ooh, I'll buy 2 boxes of cookies this year instead of 1. Like, find something that, or better yet, buy the cookies and give them to somebody else. Like, you can give to the Girl Scouts and not put on the calories. Just saying. So, look for ways that you can create energy forward, right? So if you're going from the 3 to the 4, then it's time, and nothing seems to be happening, it's not growing, then go ahead and create new energy by being willing to give. If you're willing to give, then the universe goes, oh, okay, well, we're willing to give to you too, okay? And, oh, I didn't even want those there. I wanted these over here. It's so confusing. One day I'll have a setup I like. Okay, ooh, a personal issue reaches resolution with this full moon. So, is it a money issue? Is it a romance? It's in your 5th house of fun, creativity, romance. Might be a relationship, although the pentacles don't seem to have anything to do with that. Might have been a creative project at work, and it's been growing, and now the 4 is the stability at when it reaches some sort of a conclusion. I'm not really sure. Ooh, let me know. If that's something that's going on with you, put it in the comments section. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how a personal issue. So it could be a financial thing. So that would be that can be a really personal issue. So maybe you've been working on something that has to do with finances. Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking about taxes all of a sudden. So I don't know. Maybe there's some issue. But you have a fresh new start. So the end of this personal issue, and then you have a fresh beginning. And this is in the house of love and romance and fun. And so maybe it is a dating thing. I am going back to these cards. I'm confused. So I want a little more information. So bear with me. Oh, these just flipped over. This looks romantic. We have the 3 of Cups, which is followed by the Tower. That almost looks like you're dating 2 people, and then one of them leaves. It ends. And so maybe that's the 3 to the 4. The stability happens there, because you also have the 6 of Swords and the Ace of Cups, and this is healing and new love. And then we have the Page of Wands, that would be information coming in, and the 9 of Pentacles, which is feeling fine being independent and on your own. And a lot of times, so maybe a situation ended, maybe someone was cheating on you, and oh my God, and you found out. Let me know if that happened. Let me know if that happened. Because when you have the 3 of Cups with the Tower, that definitely looks like someone found out somebody was cheating. But it looks so good past that I think you didn't need them anyway. Like, that situation, that personal situation needed to be resolved. Wow. Okay. Ooh, we already had that. Let's get you Let's get you one of these. I don't know what they're called. Random card that I picked up. I'm like, ooh, those look good. Inside my head. It's a playground. Gemini. Ooh, Gemini. Poppies and daisies. All right, poppies and daisies. You have, isn't it a hoot? Of all the people in the world who truly get it, few actually give it to themselves. Whatever it is you want, start. Brand new start. Give yourself compliments, praise, presents. Give yourself time, permission, love, hugs, kisses, smiles, winks, and I will give you even more. You know what I think? I think that you thought things were growing, and financially, maybe this is someone you were intertwined with on some kind of, maybe they were living with you or something, and so you felt like finances were growing, and now you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I need to hang on to everything because I don't know if I'll have enough moving forward because I just found out he's cheating on me or she's cheating on me or whatever the situation is. And so again, I say, if you want money energy to grow, you have to give. Just keep that in mind. Okay, dearest, I wish for you flowers and sunshine, gentle breezes, clear skies, calm seas, and rainbows. But perhaps most of all, I wish for you the glorious breath of experiences you are now poised to receive, so that these tidbits are mere icing on the cake that is rich in adventure, giving you a hug, the universe. So, you're starting something new. I think some information came to you. I think some information was shed. I think this full moon illuminated something that maybe you wish it hadn't illuminated on one hand, but on the other hand, I think I feel like you knew. Like you knew. Like, I don't think you're caught off guard. You were like, yeah, this situation's not working. I can see that there's a problem here. I feel like, because I don't see Three of Swords devastation or the Ten of Swords, I just can't handle it. I feel like it's a situation where you're not really overly surprised, but when you got the information, it ended the situation. But the healing, there was the Six of Swords for healing. There's an Ace of Cups for new love coming in. There's a Page of Wands, which is about new adventures. And then you have the new adventure card. And I think, it could be a job. And maybe there was a job that you were vying for with somebody else and they got it and that situation ended. And now you're like, crap. I thought we were going to have the four pentacles. Now we only have three again. Or you thought it was growing and now you're like, oh, do we have enough? So it could be job related. It doesn't have to be romance, even though it was in your romance house. Just saying. All right, let's go on to Cancer. Cancer. Sun, Cancer moon, Cancer rising. This Libra full moon sandwich completes in your fourth house of home, of mother, of nurturing. Sometimes it's about nurturing yourself. Sometimes it's about nurturing your children. Sometimes it's about your relationship with your mother. Sometimes it's about just the family unit in general. Let's just see what we get here. All right, so your overall energy. You have the Magician, the Hanged Man, and the Five of Swords. So the Magician's about co-creating with the universe. The Magician's about you have all the tools that you need at your disposal and you can create what you want. The Hangman says take another look at it from a different perspective. So I think before you start creating, you're at a new beginning and you're co-creating a situation, just make sure you've looked at all the perspective on that. And this Five of Swords is kind of a warning. It's kind of a warning. In the Five of Swords, there are winners and there are losers, right? Make sure you're going to be a winner. Try to find the win-win. Try to find the win-win. So you want to start something, you want to create something, but check your perspective on it. Is there a way that you can win where everybody wins? When I see the Five of Swords, I always feel like there had to be a way. There had to be a way where everybody could have gotten something out of that. There had to be. But did anybody bother to try to see what that was? And when I see that Hangman there, I think the universe is saying there is another way. So check around, look around, lift up the couch cushions. Now there's got to be a way that everybody can win in this situation. It's not good when only one person feels like a winner. And yes, adjustments are required. So something has to happen. Something has to be done differently. You have all the tools that you need at your disposal to do this. So look for the way in which it's the win-win. Find the win-win. That's your job with this full moon. Like something needs to be addressed. Something has to be done. But you're going to have to make some kind of an adjustment. You're going to have to give a little. You're an initiating sign. You can do it. I mean, you rule the 4th house. You rule home, and Cancer rules the 4th house. But just because you rule the house of the house, the house of the home, doesn't mean that you are the emperor or maybe the dictator of it, right? So maybe giving a little helps create more balance, because Libra's all about finding the balance. It's about finding the balance. So you have embracing the future. I step in the future with an open heart. So I think if you can find the win-win, if you can open up your heart, if you can allow yourself to see things from another perspective, I think it ends up turning out so much better than a 5 of Swords. Nobody really wants that 5 of Swords energy. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good for the person who's standing there watching the other guy walk away. The other guy's walking away dejected, and you feel all smug and victorious, but really, it's kind of a hollow victory. So dig in there and see how you can create the win-win. Ooh, look at these beautiful cards. I love these cards. Look how beautiful. All right. So you have, oh, I've been meaning to tell you for the longest time that, well, concerning the illusions, time and space, the stars at night, the earth under your feet, the oceans, the rivers, the prairie, and, oh, you know, everything under the sun, they're all yours. I guess I thought you'd noticed by now. Oh, yes, they are. They're all yours. So that's that magician. You have all the tools you need at your disposal. You can create the win-win. You just need to figure out how. What good does it do knowing... Here we go. This is so much better. My contacts are weird. What good does it do knowing approximately where the treasure lies, yet never digging? Having a bank account with millions in it, but never writing a check, or discovering the fountain of youth, but never drinking a drop. You must live the truths you discover. You must break your old rules. That would be that Hangman, getting a new perspective. Defy logic, be the change. This is the adjustments. Spirit really wants to make sure you understand that. You have all the tools you need, but you need to make some adjustments. Dig, write the check, drink the water, one little step after another. You can do this. You can totally do this, but you're going to have to change your perspective. I think it's a perspective issue. All right. Let's go. Leo. All right, so Leo, for you, this full moon that completes the sandwich, completed sandwich is in your 3rd house. That's communication. So, Mercury's into Aries finally. Communication should be easier. I'm going to be really curious to see what we get, because I feel like you're like, oh yeah, I got something I want to communicate. So let's just see what we get here. I'm a little nervous now. Okay. Oh yeah, Leo, you have something you want to communicate. So, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is about looking out for number one, irregardless of how you do that. It could be taking what you want and walking away. Some people call it the liar, cheater, thief card, which is, again, looking out for number one. It could be, you know what, I'm going to do what's best for me, and I don't care about the rest of you. We have the Knight of Swords. Again, that is that energy of, yeah, I got something to say. And we have the Eight of Cups, emotionally walking away from a situation. So, I think this full moon brings an end to a situation that annoys the crap out of you. And it doesn't have to be like this big romance. It could be your cable company. There's just something you're done with. And I remember a few weeks ago I heard you say, I'm out of here. So I think this is where that actually happens, where you have that conversation. I don't think the recipient of the conversation is going to enjoy it very much. But I'm not saying don't have it. I'm just saying I hope it's not with me. Okay, so if it's somebody you care about, try to temper your words. We have bring love into the situation. So try to be kind in your delivery and be really sure that you want to do this, because you have meditate and contemplate. You have 2 new moons at this full moon, which looks like walking away from something. So the meditation and the contemplation could also be you spending a little time thinking about and be really sure. Be really sure. But I think you are. I have a feeling there's no going back once you say what it is you want to say. So, be really sure. All right, let's get a little bit more advice on that. I'm just thinking I'm tiptoeing around all of my Leo friends this week. And you know who you are out there. It's really going to be watching out. Okay, so you have embracing the future and soaring into joy. Oh my gosh. I step into the future with an open heart, and childlike wonder fills my life. Yeah, I think you're stepping away from a situation that doesn't work for you, and you're like, yeah, but look at all the good stuff ahead of me, and I'm going there. You're embracing your future and soaring into joy, and I cannot argue with that. I will say that if you're pouring self-love into the situation, good for you. If you want to end something, but is it necessary to be really mean, like the Knight of Swords? Maybe, maybe not. So if it's possible to speak your piece, stand up for yourself, walk away emotionally without, oh, I don't know, I'm seeing a village in medieval times when they would come in and they would raid it, and then before they left, they would light all the little huts on fire. That's what I just saw. So try to be careful. Okay, so you have this beautiful scene, and the daisies came back, and this looks like a winter scene. All right. Psst, it's me again, the universe. You deserve more and you know it. Much more. Oh, yeah. Try this. Stop trying to predict and therefore limit where it is you're going to come from. Just know that it's going to come. Let me figure out the rest. Yeah, I think you're done with the situation, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think it would be nice if you tried to temper your words. The reality is that you are not weak and dreaming of becoming strong, poor, and dreaming of becoming rich, alone, and dreaming of having friends, but that you already are strong, rich, and are among friends. Yet at times you dream that you are not. So again, you're being reminded to go ahead and step into your power. You can have all that you want. The universe doesn't limit you. Your negative attitude limits you. That's true for everybody. I'm not picking on you, Leo. And then it says, isn't it a hoot of all the people in the world who truly get it, but few actually get it for themselves? Whatever you want, start. Give yourself the compliments, the praise, the presents. Give yourself the time, the permission, and the love. Hugs and kisses, smiles and appreciation, winks, laughs, and applause. And I will give you more. And so this is you stepping into your power, soaring into joy. Yeah, Leo, you've been fed up with the situation and you've been getting ready to walk away. And it could be a career, okay? It's not necessarily a relationship. It could be anything. It's communication house. That doesn't tell me anything. And so I just think that there is a situation that's run its course and you're done. Whatever that situation is, you're just done. And that's okay. All right. Let's go on to Virgo. So Virgo, for you on Friday, that full moon at 7 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the United States at 29 degrees and 7 minutes of Libra falls into your second house of self-value, self-worth, self-esteem. That's a big deal. You're concluding a cycle. You're letting go, I hope, of things that don't allow you to feel worthy. But let's just see. You need to walk away from things that don't allow you to feel special, that don't allow you to feel worthy. You are deserving of these things. Now, it could be finances, because the second house is also about money and finances and material goods. Except with you, Virgo, I think you know that with enough time and attention, you can create financial stability. I think you know how and understand the whole taking a little and nurturing it and making it stretch. You shouldn't have to, but you're really good at it. So, are you thinking small? If you're not thinking that you deserve more, if you're thinking, well, I'm just going to make this work, instead of thinking about the fact that the universe is abundant and can bring you more, then that becomes an issue. But this feels like romance. We have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is emotionally stable. This is an emotionally stable person who doesn't necessarily, they're balanced. They don't necessarily pour that all out on everybody, you know, like Page of Cups will come running up to you and be like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And the Knight of Cups, well, he can be a player. The King of Cups is more like very stable and secure in themselves. Now, their sun sign could, you know, okay, so this is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but you don't know. It could be their rising sign. It could be their moon. It could just be their attitude. Maybe it's their Venus. So don't be thinking just because it's that. It's somebody who has those characteristics. It says surrender to the divine on the full moon. So there is something that is up to divine timing. Something that's up to divine timing that brings in this emotional balance. This could be you. It could be male or female. Doesn't matter. So, if you're looking for this full moon, it could bring you that sense of emotional balance, which would be someone who's very secure and understands their self-worth, their self-esteem. That would be you loving you. Ooh, nice. Hope so. That would be lovely. You have accepting what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. It is self-love. It is self-love. That's what this cup is. Be your King of Cups. Be emotionally full. Be the person who fills up their own cup so full that they're emotionally balanced and they don't need somebody else to do it for them. That doesn't mean that you can't share and that you can't be in a relationship. But when you need someone to make you feel good about yourself, they can't do it. You have to already be there in order for a relationship to be healthy. And so, Virgo, it's important, that you love yourself and that you understand how amazing you are and that you aren't so critical of yourself. Virgo has a tendency to be very self-critical because you like everything to be so perfect. And because there is a way to do everything that is better than another way, or is, you would put it the right way. But it is in learning how to accept the flaws and the imperfection of life that is Virgo's mission. That's what you're here to learn. You're not here to teach okay. Part of it is you teach other people how to be more methodical. So when we're here to teach what we're good at, and we're also here to learn how to accept ourselves. And so you have to be able to accept that you're human. And even though there's a quote-unquote right way to do everything, I don't believe that, personally. I believe that as there are better ways to do things, but maybe not a right way that fits everybody and everything. And so learning to accept flaws in other people is tricky. Learning to accept flaws in yourself. If you can do that, that's amazing. Right? Then that's when that self-love comes in. That's when you're the King of Cups. That's when you're accepting yourself for who you are. And this divine timing tells me that I think you're having an event that is going to help promote that in your life. Help you learn to love yourself. It's not a matter of whether or not you can afford it, swing it, or handle it. It's a question of whether or not I can. So, back to the money thing. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Back to the money thing. The way you can stretch everything because you guys are so good at that. But maybe you don't need to do that. Maybe you can just trust that there's so much. There's so much out there, the infinite abundance of the universe. And if you believe it, it'll come to you. And so if you're holding on really tight to your resources, you're kind of stopping the flow. So what if it takes a long time? So what if it's already taken longer than you thought? So what if it still will take longer? The day will never arrive. The day will nevertheless arrive, as it always does, when all your prior efforts, determination, persistence will be seen as a paltry price indeed, as you are lifted irrecoverably. Yeah, okay. When you are lifted super high. As if by chariots of fire into the realms previously unimagined. And then you will think, wow, that was fast. That's the divine timing. You're being asked to be patient while everything falls into place. So instead of being mad at yourself or not feeling worthy, and that's why you don't have the financial abundance that you want, or you don't have the relationship that you want, or you don't have whatever it is, instead of getting down on yourself about it and thinking, well, I'm not working hard enough, I'm not working fast enough, shouldn't that have already happened by now? Instead say, whoa, okay, Spirit has this, it's happening, it's coming to me. In divine timing. In divine timing. Practicing patience. Oh, God. Do yourself a favor and never say, I'm working on being patient. The universe goes, oh, okay, well, we'll make you wait a little longer then since you're working on it. Or say, this is trying my patience. Or if I could just learn to be patient. Or I'm praying for patience. And when you just start saying stuff like that, the universe goes, oh my gosh, we didn't know that's what you wanted to work on. We'll give you some more situations so you can keep working on that and you can master that. So it becomes easier to avoid that whole situation if you can learn how to focus on being where you are right now, not looking too far into the future, not looking too far into the past. And just make the moment as joyful as possible. Right? Just do what you can. It's a divine timing. And you might be slowing the divine timing by being impatient. They're like, they haven't learned how to be patient yet. We need to make them wait longer. That would suck. Don't do that. Okay. All right. So we're going to go on now to Libra. Woo, Libra. Libra full moon sandwich in your first house of you. Of you. This is all about you. What do you need to let go of to bring in a better version of you? Right? This is about your relationship with yourself. So let's see what Spirit has to say. This is about finding the balance. Oh my gosh. Wait till you guys see the reading for the week coming up, because I already did it, and yours was fun. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Okay, well, this looks tough. I'm not going to lie. Tough, but doable. All right, so first thing I saw was the Tower card. You have the Tower card. That means something is going to definitely exit out of your life abruptly with this full moon. Boom, you didn't see it coming. And it's going to create a situation of the Five of Wands where you're doing battle, or you've been doing battle and the situation abruptly resolves. That would be even better. That wouldn't be so bad. But here's the thing. You have the card of the Magician. And when you have the card of the Magician, that means that you have all the tools that you need at your disposal to co-create with the universe, whatever the heck you want to. That's the good news. In fact, that's great news. So, what do you want to create? Don't worry about the destruction. A lot of times when the Tower comes along, it's because something had to go down in order to allow growth, to allow room for new things to come in. And I almost feel like maybe what happened, it was a battle that all of a sudden just abruptly ends. So I'll give you a sneak preview because I keep seeing it in my head. When I got into your energy for your reading yesterday, the one that'll be coming out on Friday, you were on a ship and you were in charge of it. And it was beautiful. And the weather looked good. And you were setting sail. So, this Tower is not going to destroy you. It is releasing you. It's releasing you from something, a situation, whatever. You're going to be fine. It was clear skies and smooth sailing. Not always and forever, it can't be, but it was coming up. And so, if what follows that Tower is clear skies and smooth sailing, then whatever the heck it was needed to happen. And what did you get? Conclusions are reached. Conclusions are within reach. A full moon eclipse. That's about something abruptly being just taken right out of your life. It's just like the Tower, only in the moon. It says nothing is yet set in stone. Meditate and contemplate. That's the Magician. Nothing is set in stone. You can create. So use your intuition. Spend a little time in meditation. Co-create with the universe. What is it that you want? The way that it'll be done, the way that it'll be handled. You were just leaving port. So nothing's set in stone. I don't know what's out there. I don't know where you're going. Couldn't see that either. But it looked exciting and fun. So where do you want to go? What adventure do you want? What are you trying to create? Nothing set in stone. Spend some time in meditation, contemplation. Go for a walk, a run, swim. Whatever it is you do that gets you active and gets the creativity flowing through you. Where is it that you find the meditation? Some people can sit and meditate. I can't really do that for very long. I can do it in small sections. For me, my best, because I'm so much water. in my chart, I can really run up the water bill. Because when I'm in the shower, one of my friends are like, Maggie, you need to get those crayons the kids use to draw on tubs, because I get so many ideas that I jump out and I am dripping wet writing everything down, and I'm like, oh my God. So as soon as I find a set of those, I'm putting them in the bathroom, because then I could stay in the water longer. Look at this, you're manifesting dreams. You're setting sail to go somewhere really important. Where do you want to go? It's not set in stone. The path ahead isn't set in stone, maybe where you want to go, whatever, but you are ending a situation that's been difficult. I really think that Tower is taking out that Five of Wands, that nasty situation that wasn't working for you, and you're at the Magician, which is the One. It's the One. See, the Zero is like setting out and just taking, blindly taking that leap of faith, which is not bad. But when you're the Magician, you're starting out and you have the tools you need. The Fool doesn't have anything. He's just got a little backpack with him. You have all the tools you need to manifest your dreams. What do you want to manifest? Nothing set in stone. Look at how pretty that is. Smooth waters, clear sailing. Okay. The trick with spending money lives in knowing with every fiber of your being that it will be returned. And so it must. And so it must. So if what you're trying to manifest is abundance in financial arena of your life, nothing's set in stone as to how you get there, but you have the tools to create it. And when you hang on tightly to your resources, because out of fear, when you hang on out of fear, you restrict the flow of abundance from the universe. Don't do that. So if money is what you are seeking, and you think you don't have enough, go spend some money. But I don't think you should spend it on yourself, although sometimes that's not a bad idea too, because then you're saying to the universe, hey, I'm important too. So if you've been depriving yourself for a long time, great, go ahead and spend some money on yourself. But when you give to somebody who really needs it, you open up the flow from the universe to you. And you always get so much more than you give. You really do. Oh, I could tell you stories from my personal life about that, but I don't want to embarrass anybody that was so generous to me. But that's how that happened for me. I made a conscious decision to be, I made a conscious decision to give to other people who I thought needed it more than me. And oh my God, what came next was amazing. So, don't hang on to your resources. And resources aren't necessarily just money, right? Although that's important. Don't hang on to that so tightly either. But when I needed to, I gave time, I gave energy, there's a lot of ways to do that. Don't hang on to your resources so tightly that you block the flow from the universe. It's really important. All right. Scorpio. Scorpio, how are you? Scorpio, you've been having a year. Okay, so full moon is happening in your 12th house of hope, schools, dreams. Nice. No, it's in, yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so it's happening Friday at 7:12 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the United States. Ooh. Okay, so this is that full moon sandwich. This is the cutting out of the things, the releasing of the things that don't serve you. So what popped out first, I'm going to show you second, because this was the other card that wanted to come out. It's the Knight of Swords. And I feel like that's you riding in to cut out from your life that which isn't working for you because you have so much hope. You have the Star card. And I believe you've had the Star card show up in a couple of your readings. Or maybe that was Aquarius. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's in your reading now. So, Star card. That is about knowing that you have divine help. Knowing then when you need the help, it's there. So if there's something you need to remove from your life, surgically remove, right in, cut it right out, cut the cords to the things that are holding you back from healing and growing. Cut the resentment out. Cut the negative energy out. I feel like it's energy that you need to cut out, not necessarily a person. I feel like it's cutting out the negative memories, cutting out the negative attitude, cutting out it's energy, because that star card just feels like energy. So if you want good energy to flow in, the hope, the sense of fulfillment, and it's hope, right? In order to have the hope, you got to cut out the darkness to allow the light in. And so there's I think if you use that sword to cut the negative cords of energy in your life, things that don't serve you anymore. They could be from this life, they could be from another life. I don't know. But it's like you need to say, I release myself from all the negative energy that is holding me back. That could be your full moon affirmation, and turn it over to spirit. We have 2 full moon cards that came out. This is pretty powerful. So, a personal issue reaches resolution, and a win-win outcome is forecast. And it's the full moon in Libra card, which we're having, the full moon in Libra. And so I really feel like this is super important that you cut the cords of the negative energy, so you can find that emotional balance, so you can fill with the light, so you can have that hope. And I think that's, but you know, it could be a relationship. It really could, because it says a personal issue will reach a resolution, and a win-win is assured. And so I think it's really important, is forecast. So I think what's really important is that if you are cutting a person out of your life, if that's what you're riding in to cut out, so that you can have hope, maybe end in a relationship so a new relationship can come in, kind of thing. There shouldn't be such a strong winner and such a strong loser. Do it in a way that doesn't create more negative karma for you. Don't be vicious. Right, Scorpio? You can sting. Put your stinger away. All right, so you have starting fresh and cultivating prosperity. Now, it could... Nope, this is personal issue. I was going to say it could be money, but I don't think so. This feels like it's not money. So cultivating prosperity, abundance of the universe is pouring into your life. That's that star card. That's that star card, bringing in hope. And you have starting fresh. You have starting fresh. So yes, it's the ending of a major cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. It really is. I guess we could put these down here. I guess we could. Can you see that? There we go. There we go. All right, so let's get you an affirmation of some sort card, whatever this is. They're little sayings from the universe, and they're worded funny, but I like the messages. It's like back up to what I've been just saying. Libra just got this card. So if you have Libra in your chart, make sure you check out the Libra reading. All right. Helps to have it the right way up. The trick with spending money is there is knowing that with every fiber of your being that it will return, and so it must. And I don't think it's just money. I think it's energy. But yes, again, when you give, when you release your strong grip on the situation, when you allow other people to have your time and energy, then it opens up the doors for abundance to flow in from the universe. And so there's prosperity here. If you want to bring in more prosperity, you might have to loosen the purse strings a little. Give to something you care about. Give your time. If you really don't have any money, give time. We were really broke when the kids were little, and I couldn't I couldn't afford a big Thanksgiving dinner. So, took the kids down to box up Thanksgiving dinners for other people. We ended up having a really nice Thanksgiving, even though we didn't end up with the turkey dinner. We ended up having that family time, that experience together. It was more meaningful anyway. Right? I mean, it wasn't like we didn't have anything to eat. We just didn't have, like, that whole ridiculous layout of everything. It gets ridiculous. So, did it open up the flow? I would have to say yes. Did it open it up, like, the next day? Not necessarily, but I will tell you what, that Christmas, though, turned out very generous. People were, like, coming up, like, a couple of different churches, like, adopted us. I don't know how that happened or anything, and there was so much stuff, and I had provided for the kids Christmas presents. There was so much stuff that we actually took a lot of it and donated it to another charity, because there was too much. I'm like, I can't give my kids that much for Christmas. That's ridiculous. This Christmas shouldn't be about gifts, in my opinion. Alright, Sagittarius, 11th house. 11th house of groups and group activities and your public persona. This full moon in Libra is happening on Friday at 7:12 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the United States. It's the end of this full moon sandwich. It's been the long and slow letting go of something. So is it a group or a group activity or a way you act in public? What have you been having to give up? I think you're giving up a group. Because we have the 5 of Pentacles. And then it's feeling left out and lonely. And 7 of Swords. This is watching out for yourself. Or someone did something to you where they were watching out for them and it left you feeling out in the cold. I will tell you this much. Who needs them in your life anyway? If they're going to act like that, you're better off without them. And they may not feel like that right now. But it's the reality. Okay. So, let's get you some guidance on that. That looks rough. I'm really sorry. It looks like a really tough cycle. I also just thought of something else. I have a friend who can't watch this because she's in the Marines right now. She's at boot camp. And she got hurt and she's on crutches. And she's a Sagittarius. So shout out to you. That might be you. Okay. So if you have recently been physically hurt, mentally or emotionally, it is a time for healing. It is a time for healing. I feel like whatever, the 7 of Swords, whatever somebody did to you, I think it's not a surprise at this particular moment when I'm reading for you. Might have been a surprise when it happened, but I think you're already aware of it because you're already experiencing that sense of feeling out in the cold. And now with this full moon, I think you can start to let go of the pain of whatever happened and start healing and moving forward. So what else we have here? Ooh. And it's a new, fresh new start for you. You have launching your journey. You have launching your journey. I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. So in this group where you're feeling left out, it's not the place where you belong anymore. Maybe you belonged there once, but, you know, as we grow and change, we have to change the people that we hang out with if they're not growing and changing at the same rate. And that doesn't make them bad people. All that 7 of Swords makes me wonder. But it definitely means that there's another group out there that you'll be a better fit for, a better fit with, and where you can learn new things and continue on your journey and keep growing and learning. And I think that's really important. And this card just really wanted to jump out. What if we change the word work to dance with life? And instead of viewing it as an alternative to fishing or a way of paying our dues, we saw it as a chance to meet a parade of new friends. Oh, now we know why I jumped out. Discover our own untested potentials and unpolished gifts and open avenues for the abundance to come pouring into our life. Yeah, I bet the lottery sales would plummet. Okay, so here we go. You are launching out on a new journey. You needed a new set of friends. You did. You needed a new set of friends in this situation, not all your friends, but whatever this situation is, because this is your opportunity to meet new people, discover your own untested potential, and where your gifts are that maybe you haven't polished up or shined yet. You will grow from this. You will change from this, and you will be so much better for this, even though it hurts right now. And I'm really sorry that it hurts. I can feel it. And I am really sorry. But the universe is telling you they have good plans for you. There are people you need to meet. There are places you need to go. You're launching on a new journey. So be grateful for the time you had. Who's it? Dr. Seuss said, don't be sad because it's over. Be happy that it happened. So remember the good stuff. Release the negative energy of the bad stuff. And think, okay, well, you know, I learned from them and I grew from them. And maybe what you learned were tough lessons. Sometimes that happens too. But now you are better prepared for the next step of your journey. And life is just that. It's just a journey. Right? We're here to learn. We're here to grow. We're here to become better versions of ourselves. And then at some point we die and we come back and we start where we left off and we keep moving. Till eventually we are, you know, in the light. And it takes a while to get there. It takes hard lessons. It takes joy. It takes fun. Sometimes we're having the good life and sometimes we're not. But as a soul, at some point you will experience all of it. All of it. The good and the bad and the ugly. You think of the worst person you know, at some point in time, you were also that person. And then think about the best person you know, and at some point in time, you were also that person. And all the spectrum in between. Because in order to be shiny and how the facets of yourself shine and glistened and filled with light, you have to go through these experiences at some point. All right, Capricorn, yay. I don't like what just flew out. So sorry. So Capricorn, full moon is happening at 7:12 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in your house of career. Oh, all right. What? Okay, so this full moon. Oh, there's a situation where you've been sitting stagnant, not moving, just sitting there, nothing happening. And the Tower's going to come along and shake that up, and things are going to change. And let's just see if we can get a card on what happens next. Oh, it doesn't look good. Okay, it's going to be a rough ride. I'm not going to lie. This is a rough ride. We have the moon, which tells me that you don't know everything yet. You haven't seen everything yet, or it's happening with the moon. We have the Five of Swords, which is about winners and losers, and I hate that card because I don't think we need to be so mean to people. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, where someone's feeling left out and alone. The only good news is that at the very end we have Temperance, and Temperance is about learning to balance our emotions with what's going on in life. It's coming back to our center. And so I really want you to focus on putting yourself into your center, getting into your center with whatever this is that's happening here that does not look pretty. That has to do with career. I think so. And I feel like because this has been this full moon and Libra sandwich, I don't know why the Tower would have happened. I feel like you should have seen it coming. And so I'm a little confused. I haven't seen it coming with your reading. And so I'm not really sure. So you have the Lion. I mean, you have Full moon in Leo. Ow, my nose is itching. Okay, don't let pride get in your way. I think a situation is going to come up at work that you're not going to like. And if you stand in your pride and you're like offended based on, my nose is so itchy right now, based on what's happening at work, then I think you create more issues for yourself. And then you end up losing. I think that's how we get the winners and losers, and you end up feeling left out. And I think that if instead you can maintain the balance of this Temperance card when all this stuff is going down. Okay, yes. So stay calm. Don't get all like, I can't believe you just did that to me. I am this and I am that, and how dare you. And if you take that kind of an attitude, I think that things go very badly for you. I think that if you can follow your intuition, stay balanced, stay calm in the storm, you have the best potential to reduce the amount of damage done overall. Ow, my face is itching so bad. This might be a good time to let you know I do private empowerment sessions if you need one. The link below. You can email me at moondirected@gmail.com. We can figure something out. Yeah, you have accepting what is and embarking on a new adventure. So yes, I think that something's going to happen and you're not going to be happy. But you'll make it worse if you don't stay calm. Which is generally true in life anyway. I admire those people that can stay calm in the storm. Lately, I've become that, to be honest. Mostly. And the big storms I am, the little storms maybe not so much. The little squalls that shoot up in life, right? All right. Wow. Oh, Capricorn. I want to take this one too. It's just so pretty, but also it was calling me. All right. It says one of abundance many corollaries is that the brighter your light shines, the more you attract everything. And moths and butterflies, at which point you begin to learn what to celebrate and what to let fly by. That's about being temperate. That is about staying calm in the storm. Stay calm in the storm. Not everything needs your crazy... yeah. I say that yours. It's me. I'm a Capricorn rising, and I'm like, oh, I'm worried. Okay, all right, here we go. Great big ear-to-ear, open-mouth smiles are responding for more sizzling romance. Ooh, okay, so maybe career sucks, but the love life is on the upswing. Okay, salary increases, life extensions, calorie burning, then... What? Oh. All right, I'm going to have to read this again. The way they write it, it's hard for me because I'm dyslexic and it doesn't make sense. And so here we go. Great big ear-to-ear, open-mouth smiles are responsible for far more sizzling romances, salary increases, life extensions, and calorie burning than your dentists, doctors, financial planners will ever comprehend. So what they're saying is you cannot always pick your circumstances, but you can pick your attitude. And a good attitude will take you much further in life, will garner the things that you want with more ease. So again, staying calm in the storm that is coming with this full moon. Oh my gosh. Stay calm. You will catch more flies with honey. Only, I guess you only care about that if you're a frog. But, oh my gosh, note to Maggie. Stay calm next week. Okay? Stay calm. Oh, that's this week. That's on this Friday. Stay calm. Might not actually happen on Friday. Could happen all the way through the weekend. Pack your patience. Stay calm. So, Capricorn, here's our mantra for our positive affirmation that we're going to use throughout this next 2 weeks. Okay, because full moons can go out for 2 weeks. I like to think it won't go that far, but hey, hey girl, hey. So here's what we say. I am calm no matter what is occurring around me. I am completely comfortable and calm no matter what is happening around me. I am the eye of the storm. Right? That is your mantra. That is your affirmation. Say it all the time. I think you're going to need it. Just say it. All right. Oh, okay, Aquarius. Moving on, Aquarius, 9th house. This is in your 9th house of higher learning, research, higher learning, research, communication with spirit. I'm tearing up my stuff here. Communication with spirit, travel, long distance travel. Something that maybe has been planning, maybe a trip you were starting to plan like a month ago. Now it's happening. Something like that. Some research project you've been working on. It's time to turn it in. If you are a college student, final exam time. Woohoo! Good luck with that. All right, let's just see where we are. Yes, I know some college students that are Aquariuses. Ooh, nice. Okay, so you have the King of Wands. Entrepreneurial, in charge of their life, steady, calm. People come to you for advice. It could be your teacher. If you're, it could be your professor. It could be the person that you go to get information because it's higher learning, higher knowledge. It could be a religious person that you go to for spiritual advice. Although it feels more business than that, but yeah. Let's just see what we get. Be bold and make the first move. Ooh. And show the world the real you. So this is about you stepping into the energy of the King of Wands. Be bold and make the first move. The King of Wands is very comfortable with being large and in charge. It's like a lion. It's the Lion King. And be bold to make the first move and show the world the real you. Again, so that's that energy of self-confidence and self-esteem and self-value, self-worth, and I got this. So you're concluding the cycle that's going to allow you to step out into the world and probably start a very new phase where people will look up to you and respect you as the source of information that they need, like the mentor or the boss or yeah, it's nice. So if you've been working, so if you're launching a business, good time to do it. It's just weird because it's a full moon. But if you've already had it in the works, it really doesn't matter. It's like a new phase in it, I think. Savoring the pleasure, I fully embrace the bliss in my life. You are looking good. Aquarius, you're looking good. I gotta say, you're just looking good. Very good. I think that this full moon is not going to shake you up. I think it's just going to be like the end of a phase and then moving on into a new phase that you really enjoy. There where you're feeling in charge, where you're comfortable, where you're happy, where you're going to strut your stuff. That's good stuff. It really is. Okay, and you have... So one context for distance and one is for up close, and sometimes anyway. Ooh, $1 million is a lot only when you don't have it. With 10 million, 1 million can practically be overlooked and is therefore much less intimidating. Pretend that you have $10 million. So, it's a little fake it till you make it attitude happening there. A little fake it till you make it. So, show the world who you are, step into your power, go out there and get them. Go get them. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm launching you out into the world on a new project and it's exciting. I feel all this excitement inside. Like something really great's happening. And so fake it till you make it. If you just don't fake the knowledge, but fake the I've already succeeded. If you believe that you have already succeeded, that you are successful, if you embody that King of Wands, like I know I'm successful, let me just show you how good I am at what I do. As long as you're full of self-confidence and then it'll actually happen, right? Public speaking, right? That's that kind of thing where if you step up to the microphone and you're like, then everybody knows you're nervous. You get up there and you just start talking. And when you mess up, speaking from experience, you just laugh. Because they're going to laugh too. I mean, but when you laugh at yourself in an uncomfortable situation, everybody's like, wow, they have so much self-confidence. And inside you're like, I can't believe that just happened. But what are you going to do? Life happens like that, right? And I think that when you go out there and you just do stuff and you just be yourself and you believe in yourself and you have confidence in yourself, other people will believe in you and have confidence in you too. And they'll support you. And when something goes a little haywire, they'll be like, whatever, they'll fix it. And then you just go fix it. So be large and in charge. Be the King of Wands. Be the master of your own universe. It looks really, really good. And I don't care if you're a male or female. You're the master of your own universe. All right, Pisces, let's see what's on tap for you. Two of Pentacles. Trying to keep things in balance. Yeah, you are. Okay, so I think it's about finances. I think you're trying to keep things in financial balance. I'm not sure how this full moon that's happening in your 8th house of transformation exactly fits in with this, because transformation could be about anything. But you have the Devil card that also came out with the sword, the Ace of Swords. And I almost feel like it's like with this full moon, you're feeling like you're trying to keep a lot of things in balance. And if you can cut out the fear, you go from this balancing act here. Let me show you up close and personal. See how he's balancing those two pentacles? But the page is like, look how big that pentacle is. It's the size of the full moon, right? And so I think using your sword of truth to cut out the fears, because what are fears? They're your imagination. They're your thoughts that are going haywire. I mean, honestly, fears are just things that could happen that when they occur, then they're just an event. They're not a fear, right? So if it actually happens, it's just an event to be handled. So worrying about it, losing sleep over things, being nervous or upset, So if you're worried about losing your balance, just decide to be the Page of Pentacles. Like, no, I got this. These two pentacles, no, I'm just going to squish them together, have a great big one, and I'm moving forward. And just cut out the fears. I think fear is a real issue only if you let it be. Which sounds really easy, right? I get that. You're like, yeah, but I got this and I really think that when fears run in your life, you should sit down and write it out. Write out all your fears, look them right in the eye and say, all right, if you happen, what's the worst thing that happens then? And then work your way through it. Till you get to the part where you're like, oh, now I know how to handle it. And you're less afraid. I think fears comes from the unknown. Okay. Wow. So, just take time to breathe out. It's so funny because I had all that tightness right here. And it's a time for healing, and adjustments are required, but your hard work is paying off. So, lots of stress. I think that you're trying to create something, and you're trying to keep it all balanced. And maybe part of it is you're like, I'm trying to handle my emotions over here and also create financial over here, and maybe these two things are kind of colliding in this time and space during this full moon. So go ahead and do the work for the work. And in fact, throwing yourself into your work if you're feeling emotionally stressed is a good way to use that energy. Takes your mind off of it. Things have a tendency to sort themselves out given enough time. So, and the healing. I think this full moon, it's in your house of transformation. So allow the healing to happen in whatever situation this is. If it's a financial situation, if it's an emotional situation, allow the healing to happen. It can be physical. I mean, you might have literally hurt yourself and you're actually healing. But we have renewing your life. And so I feel like you're decluttering. I think that's the healing that this has been going on, right? Right, Pisces? This Mercury in retrograde in your sign was a lot of opportunity to really get down in there and look at stuff. And now it gets out of the shadow and moves into Aries on Wednesday. And then on Friday, we have this full moon. And I think it's a really good opportunity for you to say, all right, well, I sorted through these emotions over here and these are just useless and I'm getting rid of them. And I'm cutting them out. You have the Ace of Swords to cut them out. And that devil is like sitting there going, no, I want you to hang on to all these negative emotions. And you say, devil, I'm cutting you out. All right, so we have here, if more people knew how admired they are, they'd be even more admirable. Same for knowing how cool and fun and healthy and wealthy and wise they already are. And zippy. So, these cards are fun. Okay, so basically, take a look at how beautiful a person you are inside and out. Focus on your best qualities and on the ones that you're working on. You should be proud of those. And the things that aren't so great, honestly, you're probably the only person that really notices them that much. So don't worry about them, right? And so release your negative attitude about it because we're just here to learn things. And so don't judge yourself harshly because you're learning things. That's you doing life. And it's so much what we're supposed to be doing. Have you wondered if, when you close your eyes, just take a few minutes and redirect your thinking and the monsters might shrink? This is about your fears. Okay, the grins might grow, the floodgates might begin trembling again. This is about not being afraid. This is about releasing your fears. Let them wash away like right over the side of the, like in the river, just crashing right down into the waterfall. You're carrying around, look, he's pushing them off a cliff. Here they are going over the side of a waterfall. I mean, you can just let the stuff go that's not helping you. Take that sword, cut it out of your life. It'll help you find the balance that you really are seeking with this full moon. All right, well, I hope all this was helpful. Again, I apologize to Taurus for the phone. And I will see you guys when at the end of the week when I release the videos I recorded yesterday for next week. And then hopefully my face won't be all its wisdom teeth coming out. So hopefully I'll be able to get next week's videos out. We'll just have to see what happens. All right, you take care. I will definitely do some monthlies though. All right? Take care. Bye.